of 1 year at least to get Saimag Goreng. Q1, Q2, it takes 1 year. And to be indexed, to be have a profile in Scopus, it takes also a minimum 1 year from the commencement of indexation. But the good thing is all the articles which was published in the International Journal of Language Education is are indexed in Scopus since the volume 1, number 1, and until 2020. And also it invites all the language education, not only English. We publish not only English, so because the journal covers language education, it invite. We have published Mandarin, we have published Arabic, we have published no Chinese. There are other languages are still in the reviewing. So we do not only publish English, so we focus on language education, even the local language. I think we have published some of the local language. So if you have got article in Pak Adin, apa bahasa? What's the local language of Bengkulu?
Biasanya ada bahasa Rejang. Saya bukan orang Bengkulu masalahnya. I'm not the Bengkulu. I'm not the Bengkulu.
Mungkin ya itu. Jadi we accept even the local languages, but talks like local languages in school. So it's related education. Okay, that's the introduction. So I think I think you got also similar opportunity to get index in Scopus. The most important thing is you need to work extra little bit for this. Okay, last the main theme. So the criteria, of course, you need to have. We'll talk about submission, article cycle, and preview criteria and substantial criteria. This happens in most journal, not only in Scopus Index, but also in Web of Science Index journal. So let's start with submission. In any journal, except independent journal, mostly independent journal, they will ask you to submit the manuscript or the article via email. But in mostly a university or maybe a corporate journal, especially in Indonesia, you are required to submit your article in a journal website, because that's the criteria to be assessed for SINTA, from SINTA 1 to SINTA 6, from SINTA 6 to SINTA 1. So if the journal is accepted via email, it's going to be very difficult to get SINTA. That's in Indonesia, but not difficult for Scopus, because Scopus doesn't assess the management process. Yeah, and you need to follow the journal step and everything is just and then submit. Okay, that's the process. Now, what are the cycle? So in initial screening, if you are chief editor or managing editor or editor, section editor or production editor, your job or my job, normally I have initial screening. This initial screening, we have some criteria whether those manuscripts are accepted or not. And then if the manuscript pass the initial screening, and they'll go to second one, substantial criteria review. This takes long time. Sometimes takes 2 weeks, sometimes takes 2 days, sometimes takes 6 months, sometimes takes more than 1 year. Because if we couldn't find the available reviewers, if they reject to review the papers, we'll send to other reviewer. Yeah. So, and then if it takes a very short time, so if the reviewers respond quickly, yeah, and also it takes very short time for the editors to respond to the authors. and then goes to reviewer's recommendation. Yeah, substantial mean is usually the idea of the article. If they accept it, they will accept it. If not, this normally be rejected. And then what are the general criteria? In any journal, especially in reputable journal, whether those journals are indexed in Web of Science or are indexed in Scopus, all the title of the article in the first initial screening should fit or meet the aim and the scope of the journal. So if you write something and you think it is very interesting, but it may not fit the aim and the scope of the journal, and this normally will be rejected or will be written to the authors in the first hand. The funny thing is there is no, we cannot argue with the chief editor, say, even though that we claim that our writing it fit the journal, but the editor has a special consideration. And most of the editors in reputable journal are very busy. None of the editors are free like volunteers, even though they are retired professors or tenure professors. They are still very busy with a lot of different things. So when you submit your article, make sure it fit the journal. So it's screened very quickly. If it is fit, they'll go to be one of the priority to reviewers. And then they have to meet the minimum criteria of the word characters or token of the words. Some of the journal, they place characters rather than the total number of words. So like, for example, 18,000 characters. So we need to take it very carefully, especially those journal in Springer, Emerald, or in Taylor Francis, and including in Ijole. So if your article like so less than 4,000 or 3,000, and it's more than 7,000, for example, normally it will reject it to resubmit it. And then the most important thing also for the technical in the first initial screening is you need to follow the writing style of the journal. Mostly in social science and humanity, they'll follow APA, but not the majority, but maybe 60%. They will follow American Psychological Association citation style, and some of the journal follow Harvard citation style, and in non like in engineering science, and they will follow Chicago style, or and there's other normal style using numbers. So for us in English department, we have to be familiar with APA style and Harvard citation style, and those are the most common type of style that we use in the journal. It is often for the editors because due to the large number of submission, because the submission is not only from the lecturers and authors, but also from students, even from bachelor degree students. So they submit also article. So you can imagine how there are hundreds of articles. So we just need to be very selective, just to look at some of the very interesting one, and the other is we normally reject it. The same thing maybe in other international journal. Yeah, so and also those also to maintain the index in Scopus. So it's going to be very challenging in the years ahead. Especially we need to balance those articles from Indonesia and also from overseas. while you know the policy in Indonesia, the policy from Ministry of Research, and or BRIN, they allow us to publish more Indonesian, while on the other hand there is a requirement for Scopus to maintain Scopus indexes to have a balance, or let's say the dominant note from our country. So that those are the conflict of interest, especially for all the editors. And that's why every journal has been indexed in Scopus in Indonesia are pushed to have more than 2 issues in a year. 3, they expected 3, and they expected 4 from the government. So that's the general criteria for any journal in the world to look at. So number 1 is the main priority criteria. So you make sure you fit your title of the article or manuscript with the aim and the scope of the research. Every good journal has clear aim and has clear scope, especially those who are indexed in Scopus. If that's also the main criteria to be indexed in Scopus. If you don't have clear aim and scope, it is very, very difficult to be indexed in Scopus. Yeah, so number 1 is the, let's say, 75% of the criteria. Number 2 and number 3 is shares the 30%. So 15%, 15%. After that, if you are meeting the criteria, the manuscript is sent to reviewers. Yeah. For Ijole, the reviewer is single blind reviewers. We usually have a double blind, but it's very difficult because some of Indonesian authors are familiar with single blind reviewers. Single blind means the reviewers know who is the writer of the article, while double blind, they don't know each other. But in single blind, all the authors they know, because there is the name of the authors in the papers. There is the name of the authors in the papers, so they know who is the writer of the article. So those single blind, it needs to be written in the journal. I think it is clear in the journal if you submit it in the Ijole. And then what are the substantial criteria? They're looking at abstract, introduction, research method, finding and discussion, conclusion, and references. If we submit like in Emerald publication, those substantial criteria, those substantial criteria are reviewed. It's often by 4 or up to 6 reviewers. That's the funny thing, and that's the very interesting thing from other, like from Emerald. Even though they are submitting, they send to the 2 reviewers at the beginning, and if the editor are not satisfied enough with the comments and the response from the 2 reviewers, they send to another 4 reviewers. So you got in total of 6 reviewers. So it may take time, could be 6 months, could be 8 months to get a response from the reviewers. So it depends on those one. So I think the abstract, it is really clear. I think you need to state the aim, the research methodology. You need to state clearly the key finding, not the all finding, the key finding, and how does the implication of the finding, and a little bit could be the limitation of your research, and what is the further suggestion or comment for future research. But let's look at the introduction. Yeah. It is really clear for us if you write an article, and if you providing how you research your article is connected to the debate in your area, for example, connected to the debate in language teaching or language assessment. So you will have to state those are some of the keywords for the editors. Yeah, for the editors. For the editors to look at. So those are the word that you saw that your topic is really important. So those are the keyword in the first paragraph of your introduction. So there are other keywords. Those are the example. And in introduction, also you will have research gap and what I call it serendipity, or let's say novelty. You need to state it very clearly. How does your article fit with the current gap of the research? So those are the example of the words that many journal use to show that there are gap in the research. And also, after you stated the gap, and the article should offer what's the new thing. For example, you need to say this stuff offer or this study provide new insight into the language assessment within digital era, for example. So some of the clues that we are looking at in the substantial substantial criteria. And the next one is what happened. Yeah, there are many ways to include your reviewing the previous studies. It can be included in the introduction, or it can be you make a sub-theme. So it depends on the journal. But for the journal, like for the good journal, mostly good journal, like in Taylor Frances, Emerald, and Springer, even you can state it in separate section of reviewing the previous studies. It is important, especially in the good journal. You recognize, you analyze what's actually the significant part of the study, previous studies, and how you connected your research with the previous studies. So if you follow this one, it would be very easy, not only in IJOLE, but also in another journal. And to show that you are part of the academic community, you need to recognize their academic community. For example, academic community means if the journal is like bilingual journal, so there are some certain authors and there are prominent authors in the bilingual area that you need to be acknowledged. For example, in language education, as long as you understand where did you come from, because the philosophy of language education is quite different from the first language, second language, and foreign language. So you need to identify, for example, in IJOLE, we accept first, second, and third, and foreign language, but mostly journal only accept English. No, so you need to differentiate how you contribute to the current debate, whether first language or the second language, and mostly in Taylor Frances or Springer, the academic community is look at the editorial boards. Editorial boards. Like right now, like if you open the website of IJOLE, we are recruiting the editorial boards because we are refreshing the. It's normally it's up to 3 years. So the old one maybe will be replaced by the new one, especially we inviting from different part of the world. So for the appointment for the next 3 years. So the same thing in many journal. So we cannot put the same people for the whole life of the journal. Why? Because when the reassessment of the indexation, Scopus of Web of Science, and they couldn't contact the earlier or the editorial board, so it's going to be trouble. The same thing in any journal, so we need to recognize, look at the people in the journal. It keep changing. The good journal, they keep changing every 2 or 3 years to get more fresh editors and reviewers. And methodology, you need to make sure how you can convince the authors the chosen methodology is fit with the finding and the discussion and the topic of the research. For example, if you're choosing like quantitative research, make sure every instrument you use are valid and reliable. But if you're choosing a qualitative one, make sure it's credible and trustworthiness. I mean, every instrument you should justify very clearly why you use that one, what are the reason, and how did you conduct it, especially. So the criteria, key criteria for this is everything can be trusted. Yeah. And look at the finding. Make sure you got a strong result. Means strong result is you gotta, when you create one idea or one argument, it's supported by a strong evidence. That means strong result. And in a discussion, you should contribute to the new knowledge if it is possible. For example, because you have reviewed the previous finding, what might be different between your research and their previous research? How do you contribute to the new development of the knowledge? So this is really important for, if you find this one, it will be not difficult for you to send in any journal in the world, because I've experienced 2 years ago, and we got a very not really a very good article, but we trying to argue that what we write is something, we extend the current debate and we modify the current theory with the strong supporting from our research. So that's the reviewer will look at. And then conclusion, of course, I think you rephrase what's the key finding or what's the key new knowledge that you have restated. And for Indonesian, especially for the journal in Indonesia, we are required for any manuscript to have at least a minimum references. Yeah. So if you write, especially for the Sinta one, especially, it is required to have 15 minutes. And within the 15 manuscript, it is important we ensure that at least maybe 75 or if we can 100% of the references are up to date. So if it is in the last 10 years or in the last 5 years, yeah, same. And among all those, this is clarity of expression is important. So clarity refers to the structure, the language, and others. But my experience is, if you pass the substantial criteria, and normally the editors have no problem with the language. They will they will request us to just to check the language. If they like the idea, the movement of the idea, and we have a real contribution in the manuscript, and it's normally the editor will help us to clarify the expression and anything related to the language. But if the idea is not connected from one paragraph to another paragraph, and the idea is very difficult to follow, and in the substantial criteria, normally we get no help. And he got no, normally, even though from the 4 reviewer says is accepted with minor and the one is reject, and normally the editor will go with the reject. So if you send for Springer, Taylor Frances, Emerald, and Wiley, for example, all those good journal, my experience is sometimes the 3 reviewers accepted, even accepted with no revision, minor revision, but even one reviewer say rejected, and the editor is will not take no, they won't take any risk to say, yeah, it will reject it, even though the 3 of them is accepted. So again, the role of the chief editors is very subjective, and even though and in vice versa, even though the reviewer will recommend to the editor that the article and the manuscript is rejected, but the idea is easy to follow and the meet the substantial criteria, and your article will be accepted. So that's the very interesting part of the academic work. And those are submit minor and major and resubmit and reject. And the last one is if you in any journal, again, if you want to submit to the journal, you need to register. Why we need to register? In order for you to have a database. Sometimes in the future you want to be a reviewer for the journal. So for the editors to choose us as a reviewer, we need to have our name and everything in a database. So need to be registered. Especially with the new criteria of Guru Besar, the new criteria for the younger lecturers, they should be a reviewer at the international reputable journal, should be receive the research. At least the winner of the research grant and others. So those are the criteria. I think Adin, I think that's all, and I return to you. And if you have any question, any comment, and I just stop share.
Okay, thank you very much, Pak Amirul. It's great presentation. So for the audience, if you want to ask the question, you can type in the chat room, or you can direct ask to Pak Amirullah. Well, the audience, is there any question? Ada pertanyaan?
Okay, Fadil, I have a question.
Okay, as usual.
Yeah, that's just to warm up.
Yeah.
Maybe the others are thinking about the question. My question, Pak Amrullah, if our research result is only useful for Indonesian authors, is it going to be acceptable? So the benefit of our article is only useful for Indonesian authors, not for international authors, not for global authors. Is it going to be accepted at IJOLE?
You need to state how your article has relevant to the international audience. Okay. That's also important in manuscript. How your research fit with the debate, at least, because that's also the criteria of the Scopus. So that's why I think we recommend all the authors to state it, the research get and their contribution to the debate of the world, because the Scopus also has only 2 reviewers in humanity, so they cannot read the whole section of the article to review the journal, but they will look at such of the keywords and they will judge based on that. Because the challenge in the years ahead is how to maintain the journal is in the Scopus and to get a high quartile. Yeah, at least we got a Q3 or Q4. It's okay because to get a Q1, we need to have at least a 250 citation every year.
Oh.
So that's very difficult, and it's not easy. And also we in our journal we we manage to have at least a maximum from internal, a maximum of 2. If we got a 1, that'll be very, very good. So and also we spread. For example, if we publish 15 article, we expect 60% from overseas, and 10 or and from internal UNM, and 30% from from different parts of Indonesia. Yeah, so that's to maintain the visibility and the international relevance of the journal. So that's why some of the article from overseas sometimes takes more than 1 year to review, because if we send them to review again and then they haven't sent back to us, we need to wait something. That's the challenge. The challenge in managing the journal. Not and also not all article from overseas are also better than the article from Indonesia. And also, for example, for those countries who are non-native speaking English, and the article also even much worse than Indonesia. So that's the challenge. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much, Pak Abdullah. So there are 2 questions from the
Yeah.
audience, Pak Amirullah. The first question is from Desi. She is graduated. She is postgraduate students.
Hmm.
She asked, how long?
Yeah, Padin.
Okay, how long it will take about to publish in your journal? Maybe share from the submission until getting the news whether the article is accepted or not. How months?
Before the Scopus, maybe it can be very quicker because the the choices of the article, we have a lot of, but not much. Now we have got a lot of choices, so it doesn't mean it takes uh, 5 to 6 months, I think, to
Okay,
get.
5 to
Yeah,
6
yeah,
months to get the news whether the article
yeah.
is
Because even because we have reviewed several articles before, and then we waiting until we give time to the authors to respond. So if they don't respond within the time frame, we normally put them in the archive. So
Wow.
technically it is rejected actually.
Oh.
So but if they don't respond within the time frame, so until we got the response from those article, so we can follow up to the waiting list. So uh, we normally follow the list that the time frame that is listed in the journal, because it is connected to the assessment in Sinta.
Oh.
So none of the Sinta journal can publish within 2 or 3 months, except especially Sinta one, because those all our keywords password is linked to the Kemenristek BRIN.
Okay.
So every if the article are not assessed, so it's gonna be very difficult to maintain in Sintawan. So
Okay, so
this is not only for this is not only for the purpose of the Scopus, but also for the purpose of Indonesian national accreditation. So
yes.
because in our accreditation, they know the process. They will check the process because the management is around 30% score. Yeah, so that's why it takes time sometimes to review and also to check and also um, to make sure uh, those articles are in good quality.
Well,
Mm.
thank you, Pamiro. So the author must be patient to wait
Yeah.
the news.
Maybe within the four issues, it could be less than that. But within
Okay.
the two issues, yeah, sometimes it takes because in the previous it's only two issues, March and September. But now we are allowed. We got a permission to have four issues.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well, thank you very much, Pamiro. So we have another question for our international student.
yeah.
Um, he has a question. How do we know that our work will fit with the purpose of international journals in case we already follow the criteria? How do we know that our work, our article, fit the purpose of international journal in the case we already follow the criteria?
Yeah. There are different perspective. That's why it's important for you when you write an article or have the manuscript ready. You need to ask someone to read your article before you submit the journal. You need to ask if you got a native speaker friend, ask them to read yours. If he or she doesn't understand your writing, let alone the editors will not understand also your writing. So that's the simple things before you submit. So ask someone near you to read and understand your article. That's really important. There is no a specific criteria. I've submitted in many journal and now I'm writing like I've submit my current article as in the Q1 in the Springer. It takes I think it's more than a year. So I've submitted a review and I got another review submission and another review. And I haven't finalized the final review. So it takes 1 year and more than 1 year. And I've submitted my article publishing also in Q2 in Emerald. It takes 1 year, 4 months. Uh, the process of revising to have a very to minimize the error of grammatical. So that's why don't be hurried to submit. So the better you prepare, there is a greater chance for your article to be accepted. For example, if you are required to submit your article earlier, so you need to work hard. I think I think to ask someone. So that's my suggestion because a lot of article if we found any like very basic grammatical error in the first uh, few paragraph I know we normally reject it. So I mean this shows that the article hasn't been read and did not prepare carefully and for the journal. But if we feel at the beginning and it flows nicely and errors and because at the end it will affect the journal. If we publish a messy article, there is a chance uh, to be re-reviewed by the Scopus because Scopus review now is every month. Since 2019, it's in every year. They review it article every year, but now is every month. So if we publish something which is not, at least the grammar, the grammatical is not a problem, and the idea it's okay, will be safe. So that's the challenge for any journal editor in Indonesia right now, and not only in Indonesia, in the world, is to maintain the quality of the article because the review of the Scopus is every month. So that's why sometimes the author need to be patient. So, and on the other hand, because the journal belongs to university, sometimes you got a problem with the technical, the website and the server. So sometimes very difficult to get access. The solution is you need to find the time. If you cannot access like in the morning, maybe at midnight, yeah, you can. Jadi those are the suggestion because for many journal in Indonesia, for me, not only in Ijole. Yeah.
It's comprehensible answer, Pak Abdullah. So the next question from Ariski Wahid. I think this is your student maybe or your friend from Universitas Negeri Makassar. How to find out the theoretical gap in an article so that it will be easier to know the point in the article itself?
In the substantial review of previous studies, normally good article will state it what is not covered by their article. So you need to read them until the end. So you cannot just look at abstract and we cited their abstract. Sometimes you need to read their conclusion, their introduction. Sometimes we need to read them all to understand what's not covered in the article. So, and then we read another article. Sometimes they have similar opinion was not covered by their research. So that's where we can understand the gap of the research. We cannot justify what the gap without reading. So we need to have evidence, a gather of resources in a reputable article, a reputable journal that the idea that we are research or we are investigating at the moment is worthy enough. Yeah. To judge the worthy enough is we need to read their article that is similar to our themes. Make sure we understand carefully what's the key theme of our research. And from those reading, maybe if you go read like 100 reading, for example, from that one, we can later on, we can identify some of the similarities and differences between the ideas between of the article. We cannot just claim, oh, there's no research about this. No, there's a limited research. Normally, if we read the article, they will say there's a limited, and the other article there's a limited. But if we have like we have accumulated reading synthesis, we can see those are the gaps, the research gap. The research gap in the books or in the book chapter normally not really up to date because books takes time to get published, takes 1 year or more than 1 year. But there are hundreds of articles from around the world that are published every day. We need to identify very critically what's the key area in our research team. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Pak Abdullah.
Yeah.
So actually, this is maybe the same question, but this is the last question. Maybe you can share another idea from our student also, but in a doctoral program. His name is Ahmad Nasihin. So he wants to ask about the style or the quality articles are rejected usually as your experience. I mean, yes, he wants to know the style maybe, sir. We have only 5 minutes.
Okay. The style.
Yeah, maybe you have another experience for the writing style or the.
In the very good journal, like in Taylor Francis, they got a sample article. Why they provide sample? Because they are not open access journal. So we need to understand the sample article, normally the best or the representative article for the journal. Look at their sample article. how does the idea flows. Yeah, it's usually connected. We have a in my experience, usually between the paragraph is connected to one another, and within the paragraph, between one sentence to another sentence is connected. So make sure in mostly in our article we find the title is excellent, but it is often that the connection between one paragraph to another paragraph is blur. So we couldn't find the link of the ideas. For example, the first paragraph talking about research development, maybe, and it comes back suddenly in the second paragraph talking about Indonesia. So that's not the right thing. That's not a good thing. We should introduce things. Maybe for the first paragraph talking about research development in general, and then it's followed by example of, because in general maybe a sample from Europe, sample from Asia, from Latin America, and a sample from Africa. And it should be followed by, for example, those also the case of Indonesia. You introduce Indonesia for the next following paragraph. So that's the, for example, the style, the flow of the ideas within the paragraph. Those are the main point of the journal. In short, I would like to say, for the journal editor, they're looking at the movement of ideas. So if the ideas is linked together and easy to follow, even though you got a very problem with the grammar, your article will be accepted, including in Ijole. If your idea is easy to understand and the movement is clear, and you can clearly state it, there is a new thing from your article, especially you recognize in the discussion, for example. In a discussion section, you recognize how your research, your current finding, the same with the previous finding or similar to, and also different, for example. If you say similar, in what way it is similar? If you say different, in what way it is different? Will you create a new thing because of the difference? For example, yes, because the finding is different. So in this article, we'll redefine the new term of language education, for example. So you got a new thing to stay, and you got a new definition of language education within your article. Yeah. So that's the style that we want. Goes back to the question, every journal has a different style. Follow it exactly. But anyway, but for me, if the movement of ideas is easy to follow and is great, you got a bigger chance to be accepted. Yeah, Padi?
Well, thank you very much, Pak Nurul. So this is the last session for us. Thank you very much for your sharing. So I think in Makassar it's 10:30, right?
Yeah.
Actually, thank you so much, Pak Nurul. And the conclusion is, I think all the authors must fulfill the general criteria and the substantial criteria to be submitted in Scopus Journal or International Journal, Scopus Index, or Web of Science. But actually, we have to know also the scope of the journal. Whether sometimes we are rejected from the journal, it's not because of our article doesn't have good quality, but it doesn't fit with the scope of the journal itself. So thank you so much for Pak Nurul and the audiences. Well, now back to the Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Pak Din. Ladies and gentlemen, our next agenda is praying. Our praying will be led by Mr. Ejon Tommy Afrizon. For Mr. Ejon, time is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and may peace be upon us all. The honorable lecturers and participants, I am Ejon Tommy Afrizon, will be the prayer leader, and please kindly allow me to lead our prayers today in Syariat Islam. To those who are in other beliefs and religion, we are begging you to pray on your own way. To start the prayer, let us recite a holy surah Al-Fatihah. A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin, arrahmanirrahim, maliki yaumiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Assalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Allahumma inna nas'aluka salamatan fid din wa afiatan fil jasad wa ziyadatan fil ilmi wa barakatan fil rizki wa taubatan qabla maut wa rahmatan indal maut wa maghfiratan badal maut. Allahumma hawin alaina fi sakaratil maut wa najata minan nar wa alfa hindal hisab. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmatan innaka antal wahhab. Rabbana hab lana min azwajina wa dzurriyyatina qurrata a'yun waj'alna lil muttaqina imama. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. Rabbighfirli wa liwalidayya warhamhuma kama rabbayani shaghira. Ya Allah, Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Today we are carrying out a public lecture entitled The Criteria of Manuscript Accepted by Scopus Index Journal. Please bless our activities. Please give you grace and guidance so that we can become intellectuals. In the hope of you, may the knowledge we have gained from this activity will be useful for all of us now and in the future. Ya Allah, Ya Shafi, keep us on health, prosperity, and welfare, and guide us to the straight path, the path that you are pleased with. Ya Allah, Ya Nasir, protect us from all the diseases and viruses, especially from the coronavirus. Also protect us from calamities and dangers. Ya Allah, Ya Ghaffar, please forgive our sins, the sins of our parents, and the sins of the former, because it is only to you that we will return forever. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our last agenda is taking picture together. For all participants, please turn on your camera.
Aktif ka sumira. Mana aku ampun pingon.
Next. Okay. Next. Finish. That's all our agenda in this public lecture. Let's close this event by saying hamdalah.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillahirobbilalamin.
Terima kasih banyak Pak Amrullah.
Ya Prof, ya sampai
Ya.
ketemu Prof.
Sampai ketemu.
Ya, saya pamit Prof ya.
Oke, terima kasih banyak.
Ya, sukses lah Prof. Ya.
Amin.
Ya, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Ya, Pak Din.
For second semester students of English Education Postgraduate Program, University of Bengkulu, you still have an agenda with our lecturers. This agenda will be led by Mr. Adin.
Setelah ini sudah selesai kan? Putar aja sekarang.
Bengkulu adalah salah satu perguruan tinggi yang ada di kota Bengkulu. Universitas Bengkulu ini memiliki banyak pilihan prodi dari fakultas yang menjadi incaran teman-teman untuk melanjutkan pendidikan. Dari mulai Diploma 3, Sarjana S1, Pasca Sarjana S2, dan Pasca Sarjana S3 yang memiliki tenaga pengajar yang sangat baik dan berkualitas. Universitas Bengkulu, atau lebih akrabnya yaitu UNIP, adalah perguruan tinggi negeri di Bengkulu yang berdiri pada 24 April 1982 dan diresmikan oleh Menteri Pendidikan dan Kebudayaan Republik Indonesia, Profesor Dr. Daud Yusuf. UNIP masuk dalam daftar universitas terbaik di Indonesia versi Direktorat Jenderal Pendidikan Tinggi. Kampus UNIP terletak di 4 lokasi berbeda, yaitu Kandang Limun, Cimanuk, Air Sebakul, dan juga Padang Harapan, yang total lahan mencapai 97,84 hektar.